So, weiter geht's mit Twin Mirrors und wir reden mal mit Hugh.
Ah, Samuel. Sorry about Richard. He's always a little on edge. I'm surprised to see you up and about after the night you had. Honestly. I was afraid you'd end up like your friend. You were quite inebriated.
Honestly, I don't remember last night. You saw me blackout drunk. Not my finest hour.
I would say not, after your barroom brawl. I did my best to prevent you from following that other man outside. And I tried to get you to hand over your keys, but you would have none of it.
Sorry about that. The man I had a fight with, Dennis. Have you seen him today?
Seen him? No. No, can't say I have.
Thanks anyways.
That article you wrote, it's done this town a lot of good.
You really don't need to say things like that.
But it's true. The mine was a band-aid on a torn artery. Sometimes, doing what is unpopular is still the moral choice.
You probably believe that.
I'd offer you something for that hangover, but I find in some cases, time is the best medicine.
Last night was a wake-up call. I'm gonna try focusing on clean living.
Everything is poison. All that matters is the dose. Now, you have a good one, young man. Was there anything else you needed, by the way?
I have to ask, why move here, of all places? You know, here, Basswood. A blink and you miss this town. People move out of Basswood, not in.
The town I used to work in had 100 other pharmacies in it. Oh, you'd make sales. But you don't get to know anyone, ever. Plus, if I'm being honest, I always imagined I'd retire in a small mountain town. Samuel, I saw you talking to Walter. Can you ask him something from me?
Sure thing. What is it?
I knew I could count on you. I was hoping the Basswood jungle could run a piece about me. You see, some of the older folks see me as an outsider still.
Can't say I'm surprised. I'll try and remember to ask next time I talk to him.
I really appreciated the chat, but I'm afraid it's time I get back to work. Do come see me again.
So wie es aussieht, fehlen uns noch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Leute, glaube ich, ne?
He looks like those doctors you see on commercials.
I hope you'll stay for the festivities, Samuel.
Ja, er hat ja auch keinen... Na, unser Artikel hat ja für ihn keine Auswirkungen gehabt, da er in der Apotheke arbeitet. Aber wenn er in einer Mine gearbeitet hätte, wahrscheinlich wäre es dann nicht so gut gelaufen.
Hey, Kathy.
Oh, Sam. What can I do you for?
So, the wake...
None of us were on our best behavior. Nick would have been happy you showed up, no matter how anything else went. I left early myself to go check on Joan. Did you have to say that fantasy about her father being murdered was real?
That's not what I
just want her to be a little girl, not a little Sam Higgs, sneaking around and getting into trouble. And now all she can talk about is how you're gonna prove that she's right. Sorry. I know it's not your fault, but I just don't... I don't know what to do with her. She's my daughter. And I feel like I'm losing her. I gotta go. If the boss sees me jawing instead of working, I'll get an earful.
No one in here was much help.
3 boxes of codeine. 5 tubes of anti-inflammatory gel. Sam, I'm busy.
Ja, ja, ich gehe schon. Okay, das ist nicht so gut gelaufen. Können wir nochmal mit Tara reden? Nein. Dann gehen wir mal hier raus aus der Apotheke.
Sorry, Sam, I'm still on duty. I wouldn't want anyone making off with the
Okay, okay. Können wir das Sound angucken? Ja.
Really didn't think Miner's Day would have survived the mine closing down.
Joanne? Was macht sie denn hier?
Now doesn't seem like the best time to bother her. Hey, Bug. What are you doing out here?
Hey, Muley. Waiting for my mom to get off her shift at the pharmacy. Drawing. I got a new journal after I left the old one somewhere. See?
Did you get home okay last night?
Yeah. I bike everywhere. It's not like anything scary bad happens in Basswood. At least not normally. Any word on my dad? Did you really look into it?
I haven't found anything yet. I don't think.
Let me know if you find anything. Please. I feel like I need something. It's just this town, you know? This place. It feels like I'm suffocating. I can't breathe. I can't think. I can't stand my mom. I don't like school. Well, except for science. And just... when I imagine myself in the future, I just don't... I don't know. I don't see this place, or these people. I'm somewhere else. Anywhere else. I know it's stupid, just...
It's not stupid. If you want, you can go anywhere in the world. Have adventures, fall in love. I mean, that's what I've been told anyway.
Gross. Okay, well, that other stuff sounds okay, though. Thanks for listening.
I got grown-up stuff I gotta do.
I've got kid stuff I gotta see about. So we're both busy.
It's tough seeing her like this. Seems she got older by 6 years in just 2.
I'll be fine. Just waiting for my mom's shift to end. Normally I'd be with my dad, but... you know.
Trotzdem habe ich keine Antwort bekommen, ne? Ich gehe mal hier rechts rum. Zu der Lady hier. Die sieht so verdächtig aus.
I came here every morning before work to share a coffee with Anna. She pulls the look off a lot better than I could.
Hey, don't remember seeing you in town before. Passing by?
I was born in Basswood. I was raised in Basswood, though I left for a few years.
Wait, you managed to leave and still came back? You'd never see me again if I left.
Why don't you then?
Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna take my millions of dollars and make a run for it. I can barely get by, like everyone else here. Too poor to stay, too poor to leave. Slow day so far. But people are gonna swarm the cafe once the celebration starts. I guess it means more tips for me, so it's not all bad.
Somehow, I don't think the town's recent history will be included. Fine with me.
Ja, also wie gesagt, wer das lesen will, kann Pause drücken. Und ja, hier ist die Zeitung von gestern.
Remember when this whole celebration used to be twice as big?
Back when this town wasn't just a dead horse we all keep kicking.
Why do we even bother with this old place?
Feels like a ghost town sometimes, except ghosts
Die
have
Beschreibung auch noch
beliebigen.
dazu. Oh, ich habe immer Angst, dass ich immer weitergehe. Das ist halt immer blöd. Ich glaube, ich gehe doch lieber da kurz hin. Zu Annas Vater, bevor wir zu Anna überhaupt gehen. Ich glaube, das geht dann da weiter, oder? Ach, ich weiß das nicht. Ich mag das überhaupt nicht, sowas, ne?
A statue honoring miners. Pretty meaningless now. Religion's kind of like genetics. If your parents had it, you probably do too. Never forget, huh? Hey, can I ask you something?
Hello, young man. And of course you can ask. No promise answering.
Why do you bother cleaning the memorial?
Well, everything has to look its best for today. Especially the miner. I really didn't think it was going to happen this year. Good thing Mr. Kirkland decided to help out. And besides, that way people can remember with pride we used to be rednecks.
That matters to you?
It should matter to every West Virginian.
And why do you think it should matter so much?
How many West Virginians does it take to screw in a light bulb?
This doesn't sound like a history lesson.
You answer my question, I'll answer yours. So, how many West Virginians?
Ten. 1 to hold the light bulb, 9 to rotate the ladder.
Not bad. The one I have in store is 3. 1 to replace the light bulb, 2 to complain about how the old one was better.
Do you ever find yourself like that? Mourning the past?
Sometimes. But I ain't like folks around here. I made my peace. The mine's not coming back. Don't mean we let our statues turn to rust. So, you still want to hear the story?
I'm all ears.
This fella here is a reminder of when coal miners stood together. You see, back 100 years ago, you'd be safer in the trenches than down in the mines. It didn't sit right with our boys. They demanded better conditions. Of course, the corporations, being what they are, refused, and sent strikebreakers.
The mine wars. Miners came out in force, Union men. Met the strikebreakers over in Logan County.
That's right. 10,000 strong. And it all came to a head at Blair Mountain. The miners tied red bandanas around their necks for solidarity. Brotherhood. At least 100 men died in that battle. Blood spilled for what we have now. Oh.
I'm guessing you're fond of that story, huh? A lot of respect for rednecks.
Well, things were tough, but we were a united community back then. Anyway, I'll get back to it. Gonna give her a real spit shine. You take care now. Sorry, I really need to finish this. These old hands can't be idle.
Losing his legs seemed like the end of him, but he bounced back. Man, he's a rock. Joe.
Sam? You old bridge jumper, how you been? What's the calendar say?
2 years, Joe. It's been 2 years.
Too long. Heard you showed up yesterday. Boys give you trouble?
Maybe a little. But don't worry. It's hard for me to blame them.
After the mine closed, well, it ain't easy to put food on the table. Don't let that weigh on you. No one else has lost their legs recently.
So, how have you been holding up?
Terribly. But Anna keeps me young. How'd you ever let her get away?
You probably know better than me.
I heard all about it. Still, I always liked you. Straight shooters are a rare breed these days. I like a man that can look me in the eye and say what he means.
You haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
I wish. Just about the only guy I could talk hockey with.
Not football?
I want to talk football. I could just grab anybody on the street. Dennis actually enjoys a man's sport. But no, I haven't seen him.
I noticed you weren't at the bar last night.
Went home after the service. Being crippled takes it out of you. Normally, I'd be rotting away in my recliner, but I like to come out, see the decorations, pay my respects to old iron here. This town's been a mining town before I was born, and it'll be one after I die. It's good to get out and celebrate your roots every now and then.
I don't have the same perspective on Miners' Day that other people have.
No, I suppose you wouldn't.
I have places I need to be, but it's good to see you.
Just promise you won't wait 2 years before saying boo again.
I'll do my best.
Miner's Day again. Always brings up a lot of memories.
Also ich muss sagen, Joe ist ein korrekter, tatsächlich. Und bevor sie mit uns sprechen will, gehe ich glaube ich hier hin. Mit ihr, ja?
Anna's waiting for me at the coffee shop.
Okay, dann geht das nicht. Gibt es hier noch eine Zeitung?
I don't imagine Walter had obituaries in mind when he became editor-in-chief.
Now I've gone and made a bit of a mess. Oh, Sam, is that you? Dear, please, could you help an old doddering woman?
You know, if you carry fewer things, you tend to not drop as much.
You haven't changed a smidge, have you?
Okay, wir haben uns jetzt erinnert. Vielleicht in Erinnerung mit Anna.
Okay, Muley, for 2 points. What is the name of the pink pony on the animated cartoon show Prancers? The super cool one I was telling you about the other day? You know, my favorite?
Polly. Polly Pony?
No, that's her sister. She's totally different.
Then what is her name?
I'm not telling. What if the card comes up again?
You really like to win, huh, Bug?
All right, coffee for you and hot chocolate for the young... Is that a comic about monsters?
It's about Tardigrade Man. He can survive almost anything. His only weakness is his own emotions. He's based on the microscopic tardigrades. It has 8 legs and can survive star radiation.
Huh. Well, it doesn't seem like the kind of thing a young woman should be reading.
She says she's gonna be an entomologist. What can you do?
I am going to be an entomologist. I'm going to study every bug, especially the crawlies. But tardigrade isn't a bug. It's a microanimal.
Well, good for you. Sounds like just what a young woman like you should be reading.
So, can we play this again tomorrow, maybe?
We can play as often as you want.
You promise?
Yeah, I promise.
Pinky swear? If you break those, you go to hell.
I don't think you're supposed to be using that language.
You can't break this. No matter what.
You're real intense for a kid, you know that?
Say it!
I won't break the pinky swear, no matter what.
Thank you so much. You're always such a dear.
Say, Christina, have you...
Oh, Sam, it's been years. It really is so nice to see you again.
Yeah, likewise, but...
I wanted to come to the funeral yesterday, but just thinking about it, oh dear.
Now, I know you want to interrupt her, because I want to interrupt her. So eyes on me, buddy. Happy thoughts, deep breaths. Yeah, well, speaking of the...
Poor Joan, losing her father at such a young age. Oh, what a tragedy. I was trying to find one of those games she likes so much to cheer her up. Poor child only has Kathy now, and, well, far from me to criticize or anything, but these last few months, Kathy hasn't been all there, if you know what I mean. Well, hopefully this tragedy will be a wake-up call for her to be more present. She should take a few weeks off to be with Joan. I know you would never refuse. Don't you agree?
Yeah, of course.
I'm sure if poor Kathy would only ask him for the time... Ah, but look at me. I talk and talk and talk, but you had something to say, didn't you?
Have you seen Dennis today?
Dennis? No, it's odd, actually. He usually stops in here Sunday mornings. Like how you and Nick used to come over from the paper with Anna every Friday. The 3 always seem so happy. Oh, but you, Sam, how have you been doing?
It's been, well, you know cruise control? I've been on cruise control.
You might miss it once it's gone. Life rarely lets you coast for long. You look well.
I've been better. Hungover this morning.
You know what's good for that? Coffee.
I know, Christina. Not right now. I gotta go. Anna's here. I should talk to her.
Ich hoffe, das war auch richtig, immer die Leute ausreden zu lassen, weil manchmal muss man sich halt ausreden, ja, und nicht immer egoistisch sein.
Christina is Basswood's resident godmother. She loves her small talk.
The cost. Right, so the overhead would
You seem real
be,
engrossed.
Oh, I'm sorry, hun. Just balancing the books. Or trying to.
It feels strange being back here. I don't think I've been in your cafe in a while.
Almost 2.5 years. Anna kept coming in, but you stopped.
You noticed that?
I could tell you two dears weren't gonna make it. It broke my heart.
Well, sounds like you knew before I did.
Gotta have one eye on the customer and one eye on the books. Not that I really want to keep an eye on the books, mind you. Anyway, the past is the past. I just accepted a big business opportunity, which makes tidying up my books in time extra important, even if it kills me.
I didn't think I'd see the day where you'd consider a franchise contract.
Ha! Only the day God calls for me. Have you met Hugh Kirkland already? The new pharmacist. He's helping me with a few improvements. Angel investing. Can you believe it?
I actually can't. What did he ask for in return?
Oh dear, I can't believe you're so cynical at your age. People in small towns do help each other, every now and again. That's not just something that happens on made-for-TV movies.
How you doing? You managed to keep the books balanced?
About as well balanced as a snake with 4 balls.
That sounds uncomfortable, at the very least.
Something my grandfather used to say. Still don't know what it means, but it works in almost any situation. It's just been a bit slow the last few years. All over town, really.
It's just a rough patch. People will adapt. They just need time.
It's not always easy to look on the bright side when you're trying to make it through. But you know us, we always make it through. For example, I thought we'd never have another Miners' Day, but here we are.
Do you still have Basswood's best coffee?
Ah, honey, you know we've never had that. That's over at the police station. Bess takes her coffee very seriously. Puts mine to shame. She pays out of pocket for real high-end stuff. I'd never make the margins work. Not that my margins have been cutting it lately. Say, hun, would you mind if I finish this?
Oh yeah, of course. Good luck with your book balancing.
Mm-hmm.
Kommt einem bekannt vor, jeden Cent zweimal umdrehen. Sizilianische Flagge, okay.
Not very inspired. Well, that's not spelled right. Not even close. That's a good one.
Okay, der ist echt gut. So, dann würde ich sagen, in der nächsten Folge reden wir mit den beiden hier und mit dem Mann und Anna.
Finally clearing up after a light rainfall most of the afternoon. The weather's approaching 49 degrees, so we've got a brisk West Virginia evening ahead of us. Wrap up tight and settle in, folks. This is 104.3 WVCK, the Basswood Sound, and I'm your host, Carrie Hammond.